What up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of What's in the Box Trek. I'm your homeboy Trek Life. It is Bandcamp Friday. What does that mean? That means you can go to treklife.bandcamp.com and purchase Hometown Foreigner, New Money, Everything Changed Nothing. All of those are on Mellow Music, by the way. You can purchase Crown Heavy, my most recent project. So please check in, man. It's Bandcamp Friday. You can also check out my man Duke Westlake. You can follow that link on my Bandcamp page as well. But if you don't know how to get there, go to treklife.la. Where's it at? It's right here. Treklife.la. Go to treklife.la and all the information you need. Go ahead and cop something, man. Pick up some music. Own it, right? I will have a playoff giveaway for Hometown Foreigner 10-year anniversary. But all that being said, let's jump into these stats. All right. So I know it's an unpopular opinion here, but I'm pretty glad the Lakers lost to the Clippers. I don't care about a season rivalry. I've said that before multiple times. This is no shade to the Clippers or their fans. Beating any team 11 or 12 times in a row during the regular season is an accomplishment. I'm not knocking it. I will say that over 40 plus years, it is inevitable that one day you will be better than the other team. It's not possible to go 50, 60, 70 years and never be the better team a couple times. But with all that being said, I don't want to see Phoenix in the first round. Not as is. Not with LeBron just getting back from injury. Not with D'Lo still getting healthy. I'd rather get, if they win the first round, if they can win the first round, if I don't feel like it's a problem getting through the play-in, but if they can get through the play-in, let's just throw all those ifs out there, although I don't think that the play-in is an if in real life. I would rather get, maybe Sacramento or Memphis is tough, but Memphis under a belt, or maybe even Denver. I mean, Denver doesn't seem like a solid, oh my God, they're going to push it. They don't have a lot of defense in the paint, if any defense at all in the paint. So I think I'd rather see one of those teams than to see the Phoenix Suns coming out. So I wasn't too mad at the Lakers losing this game, but we'll talk about how they lost it. Lakers lose 118 to 125 to the Clippers. I didn't talk about the Jazz game, but the Jazz game did play some part in this loss to some degree. Now, these are professional athletes, so playing on less rest is what it is, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. And when you mess around and go into an overtime game against a team that is resting their best players, this is what you get. But I'll talk about that a little bit further in a minute. I didn't want to statistically break down the Jazz game. I didn't think it was truly necessary to talk about it. What was most important to talk about was the outcome of this Clipper game. The Clippers played well. 82 attempts, not too many attempts. The Lakers, 89 attempts. Both teams shot over 50%. Clippers shot 44% from the three-point line, especially in the first half. The Clippers are, one, their top three-point shooting team in the league. Two, they are a first-half team. They will let you back in the game. In this case, this rivalry is pretty important to them and their fans, so they decided to try to continue to play. But the Lakers did win the second half for whatever it's worth. But regardless, my metric. In the first quarter, the Lakers were able to hang with that three-point shooting barrage. The second quarter, Clippers outshot them. The defense got a little lax on defense. It was hard to come back from that. Lakers, on the other hand, shot 41% from three. So we're starting to see some of the fruits of the better three-point shooters here, but I digress. 44 rebounds to 38. Lakers did a great job rebounding, especially offensive rebounding. They had 10 offensive rebounds, which led to 14 second chance points. The Clippers had 5 offensive rebounds, which led to 8. So the Lakers did a good job on the glass, considering that Zubac and Plumlee are pretty good rebounders there. What really knocked the Lakers out of the game, aside from the three-point shooting, but really mainly was the turnovers. LeBron himself had 6. I've gone in this show and said that 4 turnovers doesn't bother me. 1 turnover a quarter. I think we overstate how bad turnovers are because we don't consider possession or anything else. We just say if you turn the ball over, you're bad. Well, unless you're Steve Nash or Jokic or Luka, then you turn the ball over and you're great. But everyone else, if they turn the ball over, they're a life failure. But if you have the ball the most, it's almost inevitable that you're going to make a mistake here or there. This is what actually makes Chris Paul so great. And I've talked about it a lot with a lot of peers. I've talked about it a lot on this show. Chris Paul is amazing because of his assist to turnover ratio, considering the amount of time he's in possession of the ball. I mean, it's pretty great. But regardless, 6 turnovers is too many for LeBron. That was almost half of the team's 14 total turnovers, of which they gave up 18 points. They only collected, now that's not terrible, by the way. 14 turnovers is not super terrible. It's roughly average. The Clippers themselves had 13 turnovers. It's just that the Lakers were only able to collect 9 points off of those. The Clippers also won in fast break points, 24-18, but the Lakers matched that up in points in the paint, 54-46. So this game statistically had some traces of a possibility of a Laker win. Some traces. Now, there have been some conversations about why didn't Lonnie Walker play? How come Mo Bamba just coming back off of injury play? I would say the answer to the second one is because he is just coming back off of injury. And I don't know if this game was really that important if I'm the Lakers. I don't want to see Phoenix in the first round, and I don't think anybody would be considered ridiculous from a front office standpoint or a team standpoint to not want that either. I'm just saying. I have to assume that the best case scenario is the 6th seed, but here we go. Now let's backtrack a little bit. Let's go back a couple of episodes. Not the Rockets game the Lakers won, but the Rockets game the Lakers lost. When you give up games like that on a back-to-back, then you look forward at this back-to-back and you may have a problem. And look, the Kings are talking about possibly resting everyone tonight against Golden State, which automatically puts Golden State in the 6th spot. If I'm the Kings, I'd rather see Golden State than the Lakers right now. I'd much rather see Golden State than the Lakers right now. Now, again, I don't know, and you don't know, what Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are going to do in the playoffs. And trust me, man, it can get ridiculous. We've all seen it. So the Kings are taking their chances. But with all that being said, the Lakers have been better defensively than the Golden State Warriors. The Lakers have been better in the half court than the Golden State Warriors. The Lakers have been better rebounding than the Golden State Warriors. If I'm the Kings, I might position myself to see them first. Right now, that's what's being done. And if you want to say, well, this new league is just becoming a rook. No, they did. I watched Magic Johnson and them. They did this back then too. They positioned on occasion, especially when you were at the bottom, to see if you can get the most favorable matchup at the top. It didn't really work most times, but they did it. So this isn't a new league thing. With all that being said, let's run through some thought exercises here. The Lakers have 2 real games, right? They have one tonight against the Suns, and then they got to play the Jazz again, and that's the last game of the season. We got 2 games left. The Golden State Warriors have one possible real game, and then they have a scrimmage against the Spurs. So they're pretty much in. I don't see Golden State losing tonight, especially if the Kings don't really want that second spot. Right now they're in 3rd. They're not all the way out of their chances for the 2nd spot, although Memphis would have to lose the last 2 games for that to happen. So I don't know. So let's just keep it real. The Lakers are going to be in the play-in. And that's what this is, right? They're going to be in the play-in. And I think that if the Lakers win a couple games early on in the season, they did, it's all flowed with Anthony Davis's health. I'd like the team now, not against the team. But here's the other thing. For those of you who are saying, oh my God, the Lakers are so much better now, then you're not scared of the play-in. The play-in is not whatever, right? We're better, right? We're so much better. Oh my God. So the play-in is nothing. So the Lakers will likely be in the play-in. I can pretty much guarantee it. I said it 4 or 5 episodes ago. That wasn't profound by any stretch of the imagination either. I'm not saying that you should genuflect to me because I said it. I'm just saying that it's pretty much a lock for them to be in the play-in. And that's not particularly a bad thing because the 5th spot, the prize for the 5th spot is the first round against the Phoenix Suns, who look pretty good right now. So we shall see tonight. I'm hoping that the Lakers win this game. That gives them a chance to keep up with the Warriors. Winning the next 2 games will be relatively important. So we'll see how this goes. I'll holler at y'all next time, man. I am your homeboy, Trek Life. This is What's in the Box, Trek. Peace.